Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this replay. Stalkers were continuing to fire. We'll see how this is going to work now as we have Zealots and Probes once again on the move. There's one pylon down over here. Was thinking about engaging it, but those Stalkers really need to start blinking to try to get away. A single Dark Templar may be able to get a couple hits off, but those Stalkers do in fact have sight onto that high ground. Just going to wait and perhaps blink up. No, gonna go ahead and walk around instead. Two Colossus up in the air. Or sorry, I guess they're up in the air as well as on the ground, as they are very tall units and can get hit by air units. So those Colossus now offering a little bit of ground support for those units. Phoenix is trying to come in, perhaps trying to shoot down those Colossus. However, that Phoenix may get taken out. Are we going to see a blink? Yeah, a blink coming in. However, getting a shot on that Nexus as well. So not exactly the building he was trying to take down, or the unit he was trying to take down. Phoenix now hiding on the back of this natural expansion. Will be able to use those graviton beams and try to take down additional probes as well if another Phoenix does in fact join him. We now have some sentries joining in on this fight, and we have a single photon cannon being warped in, only powered by one single building. Army is going to go ahead and gather in the center of the map, and we'll see what's going to be happening. One single pylon now taking down. The extended launch range has been researched by those Colossus, so those Colossus really able to attack from a very far range. However, in come those Void Rays. Void Rays going to be able to take down this robotics facility so quickly. Those three Void Rays now up to full strength, and watch that damage just fly. Down it goes. So one building now getting taken down. ZeeRax may be able to focus down this Nexus very quickly as well. So already down to half life, and now we already have a couple Stalkers trying to be warped in as well. However, those Void Rays are already up at full strength, at full charge, dealing a fair amount of damage and continuing the damage even further. Are we going to get those Stalkers to come in and blink? No, unable to blink. However, Stalkers coming back over here, able to finish off the rest of that army. Stalkers now trying to chase down those Void Rays, able to take down one of those Void Rays. Will they be able to continue to focus down those units? No. Able to hide on that high ground and now be over a chasm so that those Stalkers are unable to really re-engage. ZeeRax now needs to rebuild his Nexus here, or in order to at least just grab that gas. Those two assimilators down, still at 800 and 900 gas, respectively. ZeeRax with a very formidable ground army, but still in a little bit of a weakened position. Now wants to take down this robotics facility. A chrono boost being used and immortals now being produced, and now Zealot's going to be coming in, fighting off on this choke point. So we'll see how this really works out for them. And those Colossus continuing to engage. Zealots trying to come in on the surround. However, those Colossus up in the air, just splashing that damage. There's going to be too much damage to really deal. In comes a couple sentries in order to get a couple of force fields down, but those force fields are too little, too late. And now, are they going to at least try to take down those robotics facilities now? No, yeah, going to go ahead and try to focus down that robotics facility, at least prevent the Lance research upgrade, and down it goes. So no additional research, but one Colossus was already queued up, so that will finish being built. Back over here, army-wise, 2775 versus 2100. No Nexus being rebuilt by ZeeRax. So ZeeRax working off of a 1 base. However, LittleOne also working off of a 1 base as well. He does in fact still have gas of 2 base though, so that is a definite advantage. We'll be able to get higher tech units. ZeeRax being forced to produce more Zealots, as he will be gas locked if is not already gas locked at this time. We have a Stalker sitting back over here trying to make sure that those Void Rays are not going to go ahead and engage. Void Rays now pushing back away, going to go ahead and fly away. Does not want to engage those Stalkers. Stalker does a little bit of chasing, but will not be able to chase it down. We have a probe going to go, Peppy the probe meeting his twin yellow brother, but still continuing to move on his way. So red versus yellow, yeah. Warp gate, no racial innuendos in that statement. Don't read too much into it. Five gateways currently up and running. Dark Shrine, Twilight Council. I do not see any blink research, so these Stalkers will not be able to blink. Zealots do in fact have that charge upgrade, so they are able to move much more quickly around the map. A single Void Ray continuing to get pestered around the map right now. Nothing to really perhaps take it down. Those Stalkers from ZeeRax trying to catch that last Void Raid in action, but LittleOne now gonna go ahead and move on out. We do in fact have a Nexus being built over here at this high yield mineral location. but both players sitting on a decent-sized army, but no one really wants to engage at this stage. We have one robotics facility. I do not see a forge, however, for ZeeRax. LittleOne, I believe, has a forge. Actually, no, there is a forge over here. And Nest, we do in fact have the level 1 weapons upgrade already being researched. Taking a look at LittleOne's armies, we have no research, no upgrades, but we are in fact getting level 1 weapons research for LittleOne, so I just finished seeing that. And now we have the Graviton Catapult, a Mothership, and 2 carriers being built. Alright, so me saying that the LittleOne likes to change things up, this is definitely the case. We are now having the Graviton Catapult, so those carriers will be able to launch those interceptors more quickly, and we also have a Mothership being trained, and the Mothership is now out. So that Mothership with a very, very slow movement speed, we'll see how it's going to be used. The Mothership, and pretty much the combination of a battle cruiser and an arbiter all in one. No weapons upgrade, however, for that Mothership from the cybernetics core. A little bit curious on why the LittleOne is not trying to get that weapons upgrade. It would make a significant increase in terms of how much damage the Motherships and those carriers were in fact able to do. Essentially +8 for the carrier, 1 per interceptor, and essentially +6 for each type of attack that the LittleOne has. Now carriers once again on the move, gonna quickly take down that one, not sure what that remnant was that a probe or an observer? It might have been an observer. So now that Mothership continuing to move on out. It's Colossus over here, and we have a single observer for ZeeRax, so ZeeRax does in fact have an observer, and we'll see how this is really going to work out. Interceptors now moving out, trying to do a little bit of an engagement, continuing to push more carriers, those carriers trying to rebuild those interceptors. Stalkers continuing to fight, however, and how is this going to work? In come these cloaked units. We do in fact have a single observer over there, so those zealots are taking some damage as those stalkers, a nice vortex being cast. So a vortex stopping all of those units from casting, however, losing some of his own units in that engagement as well. So, wow, that one vortex storing a lot of those units. If he's able to take down that probe, yeah, or the observer has been taken down. So the stalkers will only be able to shoot down that Mothership as they get out within cloak range. So that Mothership now getting focused down. However, those stalkers continuing to push back. Down it goes. Army of LittleOne, however, just so massive at this stage. Getting a couple of mortals, 3 immortals, 1 colossus, and 2 carriers. So a very nice mix of units, definitely indeed, by the LittleOne in order to be able to do that push. That was absolutely critical that the LittleOne found the observer and was able to focus it down, forcing his opponent ZeeRax to try to focus down that Mothership. The Mothership, and once it got focused down, revealed all those other units, but it was too little, too late. In comes those Colossus once again engaging. However, ZeeRax does not have charge on those Zealots. Those Zealots moving very slowly, trying to charge down a single Nexus. For some reason, those Zealots are not trying to focus down these Immortals. Now going to go ahead and focus down those last two Stargates. So now only a couple Stalkers stand in the way. LittleOne continuing to use those interceptors. Perhaps we'll be able to continue firing. This one carrier down to 220 hit points needs to be pulled back as these units continue to macro up and mass up. ZeeRax sitting on only 500 minerals, needs to warp in some additional Stalkers. In they come, as those cannons are continuing to try to take down some of those interceptors as well. Interceptors, I believe, are light units. If I can click on one, cannot click on one fast enough. Come on, click. Nope, cannot click on one. So I believe they're light mechanical units, so those Stalkers are not dealing that much damage. LittleOne does in fact have 2 observers over here, just in case there is any cloaked units, and now just offering sight onto that high ground. A 3rd carrier joining in as that one low hit point carrier trying to pull away. Down it goes, or down it will go, down to 6 hit points. There it goes, but still 2 carriers against 2 Stalkers. Not a fair fight. Back over here, we have a Mothership once again being warped back in, and gonna go ahead and make its way to the north side and continue this bombardment with these air units. So the Protoss air, just so powerful in this Protoss versus Protoss matchup. And a little surprised that LittleOne went air, but then again, it is the LittleOne. So if anyone was gonna do anything different, it would be him. So carriers now just trying to engage. ZeeRax really has nothing he can do, down to a 54 54 food army and only mining 800 minerals. I don't see any hidden tech anywhere across the map. Only a few stalkers over here, and those zealots will be able to come in and do a very strong engagement. He's going to go ahead and stop that last warp gate, and as soon as he destroys that last pylon, all of these gateways will no longer be powered, and no additional warping will be available. So ZeeRax finally says GG, and the little one GG back. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay between ZeeRax and the little one here on Desert Oasis.